Welcome back, everybody. This is Wings of Wax, and we are playing Slay the Spire. So we are on the final act here. We are about to fight the Heart, and right now we have an interesting style deck. We, have Thorns to be able to combat. I feel like the Heart's going to be beneficial. We have Nihilre's Codex, which at the end of your turn, you may shuffle one of 3 random cards into your draw pile. So that's actually made some reasonable choices lately, especially with the fact that we have SNECKO, which is a card that a relic that I have sworn off. But I figured it was time to give it a shot because the options that we were given for relics at the time were just not very good ones, honestly. So I figured, let's give SNECKO a shot, and so far things have been working out because I've been taking a bunch of 2 and 3 mana cards, and they typically don't cast 2 and 3 mana. So yeah, that's kind of the reasoning behind taking SNECKO is you take expensive cards, casting cost, that is. Mercury Hourglass, Blue Candle, and Horncleave actually should be beneficial towards these fights as well. I'm not sure what we're going to be upgrading here. Something that actually deals more damage, so like Combust is probably not a bad option. Immolate's probably not terrible either. Iron Wave to be able to get some more block. I don't think Reaper is going to be that good because Reaper just is not very good against these enemies. It's actually like the worst card in the deck. Probably slightly worse than Defend at this point. Yeah, actually it is worse than Defend, mostly because it costs an extra mana. So that's pretty funny. I do think that like Combust is probably the best thing for us to take here, though, to upgrade. I don't know, Immolate. My issue is like Combust is only going to deal 7 a turn, and we're probably only going to have like if we actually win the Heart fight, I would say we're probably going to have 10 turns. So if we get this on turn 1, obviously that's 50 damage, which would be 70 damage. But I think actually the Immolate's going to deal more damage over time, so I think we actually just go for that instead. I don't even want to look. We have 3 gold. I feel so bad for only having 3 gold right now. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, we would like to, I think, use both of our Ghostly Armors. I just want to make sure before I actually decide to go for this. We would like to take out this guy since he has less health. And I'm like saving my potions if I can. So we have what? 10. If I turn around, he's going to deal me for 14. And this one's going to attack me for, I think, like 10, 12? I forget exactly. So we have 26 coming in. So we can at least block all of that, thankfully. And sure, we're not going to get punished for that. We're actually going to get rewarded because of the letter opener. Yes! Battle Trance is fine, but the problem is it's not going to cost 0 mana. It's not going to cost 0 mana. We already know that. Alright, we have Entrench. Let's see. So we could just like Impervious. Impervious will prevent all of the damage. We have no other ways to be able to generate block this turn. I think we put Bash on this one. We could take 1 damage if that's the case. I would like to take 0 damage if we can help it, but Disarm doesn't actually do anything for us because he actually has a debuff. Same with this guy, so like the Bash isn't actually going to do much here. Maybe we actually bash this one instead, actually. Because we're just going to kill this one through, I think, his armor and not worry about vulnerabling him, whereas this one's going to survive a little bit longer, I think. So, where are we? Could take 2, go for this, or I could take 0, but I feel like this is going to be better off on a different turn. We can just disarm him actually now. I think that's reasonable and be able to go for the entrench. That sounds like a reasonable amount of play. Let's go for the shockwave. That way we can actually start to apply some vulnerable and weak to these guys. We get the shockwave, but the problem is it costs 2 mana. So yeah, let's go for the shockwave plus, I guess. The issue is it's not going to do anything to this guy. And we just don't really have the block to be able to put up. This is not good. It's not good at all. So obviously we can cast Immolate this turn, so we should do that first, I guess. Nah, because we could actually get vulnerable on them. So we have to make a choice here. I think it's time to use a potion. As much as I hate to do it. Okay. I have made my decision. Let's go for the Immolate. If I blood for blood this guy, it will deal him how much? 25. It's not enough to be able to kill you, unfortunately, but it does make it so I take less damage this turn. We're taking a huge hit. Oh my god. We're just gonna die. Oh, 34 damage. Oh my god. Alright, seeing red, yeah, and that we can get up a flame berry at the very least. We have to. We have to. We didn't have enough to kill you, right? No, that was 4, so that'd be 13. Did that just deal 3? That dealt 5, so yes, we didn't have, okay. Just making sure, because that would have been stupid. That would have been really stupid. This is a tough turn. Man, I did not want to take any hits during this combat, but you're at 1. That's just rude. That's just incredibly rude. I don't even want to look at you. I guess we go for the Shrug It Off regardless. See if we actually draw another 0 mana card, which we did not. Like, Immolate Blood for Blood kills this, correct? Yes, it does. So it's probably the play. Oh, he's just dead because he has vulnerable. Right. Right. Vulnerable. I keep forgetting to calculate the vulnerable damage, which means you are dead too. So I took too much damage there. Self-forming clay is actually reasonable. It's too bad. I think that's actually decent, but... And this isn't really worth it because we have 0 strikes in our deck. We have Wild Strike. Does that count for something? It does, actually. Technically, it does. So none of these are really worthwhile because you know Havoc's not going to cost 0 mana. We used both of our potions there, too. Man, we're just not doing much this turn, eh? You know what? Let's go for it. The Combust. Just want to make sure I'm not going to cast anything else this turn. Like put up a block or something, which I don't really see much that I'm going to be doing. Do we have... Is that the only... We have both Flame Barrier and Impervious in our hand right now. This is not going to look good. This is going to look awful pretty soon. You know what? I think it's time. Pull the trigger. Pop the cork. Fingers snapping. Spin the wheel. Around and round we go. Well, clearly we're going to be casting both of our 0 mana cards. And I'm thinking we just go for, like, Combust. Unfortunately, the Immolate costs 2. I thought this costed 1 a second ago. Did it not? Was I just blind? I think I was blind. So I guess we can shrug it off and then be able to go for the Combust and the damage and the damage. Alright. None of these are really worthwhile. Yep, none of these are really worthwhile. So sorry. Try again next time. All right, what do we got? 45 damage incoming. Let's go. We got Carnage. I would like to cast the Feed, I think, this turn, so we can just get it out of our hand and get it out of our deck. Taking a ginormous hit. We don't have any strength bonuses, so Heavy Blade's not worth it, but Clothesline is actually reasonable, so I think Clothesline takes the cake here to be able to weaken our opponent. Man, we didn't find any of the... Both the disarms are right there. That is just beautiful. Just, wow. I can't believe you. Okay, so... This is probably better for us. We True the Void, which means we can't actually cast our Blood for Blood. Alrighty. I mean, technically all these are good, but I don't think we can afford to really go for any of them. They just don't really synergize with what we're trying to do right here, and they're like never going to cost their actual mana cost, so rip. So we were able to block all of the damage, thankfully, for that turn, so I'm very, very thankful. But we do want to cast these disarms if I can help it here, because we're never going to be able to get another opportunity. And I think it's beneficial for me to go for the Clothesline to try to siphon a little bit more damage from him. All right, let's go. We have Uppercut or we have Flame Barrier. Since I don't think we need this another Clothesline, you can go for the Flame Barrier. Man, you're going for it this turn. That's so rude. Just like so incredibly rude. That was an insane draw. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Holy shiitake mushrooms. And yeah. I mean, things are not looking good, but maybe I should have taken that Juggernaut actually, because that would have been even more damage, I think, than the Bludgeon. Yeah, I think the Juggernaut actually would have done something a little bit more there. That's unfortunate. So, let's see. We have Impervious for this turn if we really want it. We could just go for the Flame Barrier plus Iron Wave. I think this is the Impervious turn. I think it is. I just can't afford to take any damage, so, like, I think that's my reasoning here. He's at half health. I don't know if this is going to go well, but none of these are really worth it either, so... Okay, this is where boys become men. Where girls become ladies. I don't even know what I'm saying. Ignore everything. Yeah, we're definitely bludgeoning this turn. He's not vulnerable anymore. That is unfortunate. I didn't even notice that until I just cast that. So, but it didn't matter. We're still casting it. We have a Wild Strike. Yeah. What is the best here for damage output? Obviously, the Twin Strike. And I think we just pass here. I could go for a True Grit and get rid of a Defend. 8 block, though, is reasonable. I don't think we actually go for the True Grit. I think the blocking is actually something I want. Get another Bludgeon. Makes me wish we actually picked up that Juggernaut. Yeah, let's go for the Shrug It Off. Let's go for another Shrug It Off. Let's go for a Defend. That's pretty good. Yes. I like not dying. That's actually reasonable for me. Haha. Yuck. And yeah, I think we'll just go for a Flame Barrier, unfortunately. I wish I could cast any of these other aggressive cards, but doesn't seem like the time. None of these seem worth it. They all cost 0 and 1 mana, and they are not as impactful as I need them to be right now. We do have Clothesline. Okay. Looks like we are taking an enormous hit. Oh, negated. Oh, wonderful. When did that happen? Right, when you actually had cast your debuff stuff. We were dead, but we were really close, to be honest. So I can't really, like, be super mad at this. Clearly we're doing something right, is what I'm getting at. We are clearly doing something right because, like, he is close. He is very, very close. So we're definitely making better choices and, like, cards that are more directed towards, you know, trying to actually defeat the heart. So I think we're getting there. Like, we're probably only, like, 1 or 2 runs away from being able to defeat the heart. So I'm pretty ecstatic about that. I think if we can find a barricade or a limit break strategy, I think we'll be able to get there because we just didn't have anything that, like, scaled out of control. We just had generic good cards. And, like, you saw how close those generic good cards got us. There was no, like, synergy. It was just good stuff. It was just, like, it's junk is what we call it in Magic, or jund. Just good stuff, you know? That's basically what it was. There was nothing there that created a synergy. We didn't have any exhaust. We didn't have any losing of life. We didn't have any block. We didn't have a barricade, I should say. We didn't have any strength. Like, we had nothing but just, like, raw good cards. And the fact that we could get that far with just raw good cards means that, like, once we actually do find a small little synergy, we're gonna get there, and we're really close. I'm getting really good, I think, at choosing better cards to be able to defeat the heart, and making better choices throughout the game to be able to actually get us to there. And unfortunately, we couldn't get there today, but I think it's going to happen really soon. I think we're going to move on to the next character really, really soon. It might be the next run. It might even be the run after. I just think that, you know, it's going to happen really soon because I'm getting much better at making choices. I can tell just based on how close we actually got the heart. He was down to his last, like, 15-20% HP. So anyways, with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed all the videos so far. I know I have. I've actually gone back and watched a couple of my own too, just to see if I made mistakes and see what I can improve upon, and so far it's been helping me out greatly. I've seen a couple people leave comments about me making mistakes too, and I've gone and actually double checked those, and they are usually correct. And I'm just trying to, like, make mental notes so that way when those decisions come up again, I can be able to either slow down and be able to realize that they're there, or to just make a better choice and see if there's something else that maybe synergizes. Like, whenever it comes to card choices or, like, choices in general, I have been trying to take a step back so I just make more solid choices. So that way it can lead us closer and closer to victory, which you can see that, like, in this run, sure, we probably made some mistakes here and there, but we definitely have gotten a lot closer to be able to defeat the heart. And that's inevitably what the goal is so far. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It truly does help out the channel. I know that you hear this from every other channel, but really, like, for a small channel like me, it means the world, and it means that I just get to have more invigoration whenever it comes to, is that even a word? Invigorate, I know, but invigoration to record more videos and be able to have just more fun with this and be able to produce more things, so that way there's more content out there for you guys. So if you're interested in still watching Slay the Spire and be able to move on to other characters and stuff, hitting that like button, leaving a comment, doing all the things that only take you 5 seconds a day, they truly do help out. You know, it means so much to me. So thank you guys so much for watching, though. Be sure to have yourself a great day. Make sure you do something positive. Bake those cookies. Go for that hike. You know, do something. Anything that is somewhat productive, somewhat positive. It will lead you to a healthier mind. So have yourself a great day, great night. Good luck, and grind on, everyone.